I'm working on a Ford Taurus 2008 limited all-wheel drive. I'm going to be doing the rear struts on here. So I've loosened the wheels and jacked it up. So I'm going to take the wheel off. This will be the first thing I'm going to do. Okay, here's the strut in the rear. That bolt there, right here, takes a 17 millimeter. I was going to turn that without the bolt being seized inside the strut, the spindle there. Then I'm doing a complete strut. So there's one bolt here, one, two, third one's over here. But I took that one out already just to make sure everything comes out of there. Those bolts take a 13 millimeter wrench, and that's what gets the strut loose. As far as getting out of here, I'm not sure if I have to take the trailing arm, this trailing arm loose, but I'm going to try and do it without taking that off. So I'm going to loosen that bolt there and take those other two up top off. Okay, what I've done is I've removed the 3 bolts over here. This bolt here to hold the strut to the rear assembly. I'm also taking it off of the shaft that connects to the strut. But there are also 4 bolts that hold the mount on where you do the complete strut inside the trunk toward the back, right behind this rear seat. So I'm going to be taking those bolts off, and I should be able to remove the strut. Okay, so I used the coil spring compressor and compressed the spring some, and I was able to get the nut off the strut without having to hold it here and turn the nut. So I found that was the easiest way to get it out, because this upper mount here, I believe the subframe has to be lowered in order for you to get this out, the rear subframe. So I'm going to do the best I can with the complete struts I have. I just have to reassemble the strut springs and the other parts on it. So this is halfway through the job on this side, and I'll repeat it on the other side. Okay, so what I did was I set that pin that the strut sits on in between the coil spring, so that when I jack it up with the jack, it'll compress the spring some. I had some coil spring compressors on here too to hold it in there. Press that up, and I had to line up, that'll hold it up, and then I had to line up the strut with the hole in the mount under the hood. So that worked, and I was able to get the nut on. And then now I'm going to take off, see if I can hit off the spring off of that pin there, and then drop the this assembly here down so to line up with the that hole, and slide that on. Okay, there's the strut installed, mounted. Have to Put a bolt there. And jack it up and set the preload for the other bushings. Okay, so there's a new strut installed. See, I put on the caliper, so I had to take this off and take the caliper off. That's mostly what I had to do in order to get the strut and spring assembly out. But there's a trick to getting this back on. You see here on this point here, have it jacked up there. You have to jack that up at that point high enough until these bolts align so you can get this bolt through. Put this bolt in first and then align it by jacking this up to get this bolt through here. It allows you to get this trailing on, otherwise you're gonna have some problems putting it on there. So everything's torqued down to specifications. And that's how I just put the wheel on. That'll be the last thing I do. Okay, there's the wheel installed. That's how I put on the rear struts on a 2008 Ford Taurus. Thanks for watching. If you like it, or have any comments, thanks a lot.